You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When up in a bitch magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. LeSean McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. McCoy, fifth season with the Bills after those 6 in Philadelphia. And remember, he had 4 of 5 years as a 1,000-yard rusher, but then last season really dipped down, just above 500 yards, only 3 touchdowns. Of course, watch the age as well. He did turn 31 back in July. Throwing on first down is Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, you got three. Three down.
Allen now looks to throw. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
At the Giants' 39-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Allen hands off to McCoy, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Allen off the bootleg. Flush to his right. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. O'Shane Ximines in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55.
Rock it.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Manning. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 15 yards on the play, first down.
On the double.
Mike, 49. Not today, you want? Not today.
Look at me, zipper. Hey, Alpha.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 49 for Mike.
A first down carry for Barkley. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Lorenzo Alexander brings him down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Go.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Manning. And his throw here's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
6-6, pull it high. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Big edge.
Look, squeeze. Gone. Get it.
Shotgun now for Manning. And he's got it to Hearns. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
10-2 start.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Fire.
Now Manning on the bootleg. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's go. 60 or recon 132 fighter.
The first carry now. This is Hill. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Jeremy Hill, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
No. X3, 218, chopper.
McCoy. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamentals.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken around the 12. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I got one.
To throw, it's Manning. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 27 yards there, a first down.
That's good for a Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
50, plant.
49.
Right here.
From midfield, here's Manning. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak.
To throw again. Manning. Pass incomplete. E.J. Gaines the one that time to knock it away.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
General West. Hey, Delta.
58's the money. 58's the money.
Hey, Sam R.
Rush in.
Big grip.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. But a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the pass.
Smith.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Now.
From the 31, Manning to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Faking the give to Barkley. Now Manning. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Manning now 7 of 10 here in this first half. And he's got a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Hey, exit.
49, guys. Mike.
To throw is Manning. This is caught by Hearns. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Jet bombers. Jet bombers. Hey, wahoo! Protein spill.
Working from the gun, Manning. And this is going to be incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And Rosas puts this one through. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Check. Watch the run. They're running it.
On 1st down, it's McCoy. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Tackle made by Marcus Golden. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. Now Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Come on, set. 30 base.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after
You draw quarters.
Check 37.
Hit it.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Break.
Mike 49. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hey, Zoo.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Take up.
From the 24, Manning. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Micah Hyde comes flying in from safety for the sack. Third and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. From the gun, it's Manning. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Rosai's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, but it's going to be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
10th carry now for McCoy. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Allen on third. Space to maneuver at the 40. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Check it in.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Allen's throw is complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Throwing now is Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Cole Beasley, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Check, check, check.
Throwing again. Manning. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Now Manning. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
61, matchbox lights.
To throw again, Manning. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
From the gun, Manning. Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Manning now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Manning going to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
49 to Mike, 49 to Mike. Get him.
Leo.
Check 3.
5.
Operating from the gun. Manning looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and goal at the 5-yard line.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Here I come.
Now Manning again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Corey Coleman. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the kick by Rosas is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Greystone travel. Go.
Manning gets this out to Saquon Barkley. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Manning. His man complete over the middle. That's Shepard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
Rip left, rip left.
Shoot. 6-6, bullet high.
Manning now on first down. Airing it out for Hearns. It's caught inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Yes.
Comes to me, it's me.
Bravo.
Watch 49.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got defense.
Now Saquon Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Manning. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 16 yards, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Ready.
March 49.
Let's go. Topper, topper. Now.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
60 yard. Hey, Haywood.
The mic, watch 49. Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
Get it.
Manning now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Take 4, take 4. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Ready.
From the gun, Manning. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Good job.
Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right?
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Back.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing now is Manning. Open man right side is Ingram. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team once more. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's McCoy. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, let's bring it.
To throw, it's Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Foster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it with McCoy. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's McCoy.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
56, 56.
Here's Allen to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Manning. Wide open receiver complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Let's go.
Manning to Barkley on the draw play. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now Manning on the bootleg. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on 3rd?
Protein spill. Don't get nervous.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Blue draw forfeit.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 14-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Matchbox lights. Ready.
Here's Manning to throw. Incomplete.
Manning's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
C6. 80 weapons.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike 58 right there. Yeah.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas.
A 30-yard attempt.
And Rosas puts this one through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check the running back. 25.
Here's Allen. It's caught left side by John Brown. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns. Allen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
On 1st down, McCoy. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
From the gun, it's Allen. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 16. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Allen now looks to throw. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Cole Beasley with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Hauschka with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
29, Bills 22.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. To throw is Manning. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still
No
yardage. Okay.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
He's coming.
Fair.
He's coming. Double up.
Take go.
Working from the gun, Manning. And Ingram holds it in. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
You don't want no problems with me.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Again, it's Barkley. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Aldrick Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Rosas' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by. But that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed him out quite a bit so far. But it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You got three down.
Allen operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.